In 2003, the world was told something. There were weapons of mass destruction. There was an urgent threat and action had to be taken. Years later, no weapons were found. Now fast forward to today, different country, different leader, but the same feeling. The Iraq War was built on a clear narrative. The Saddam Hussein possessed weapons of mass destruction. This claim became the central justification for the invasion. But after the war, no active stockpiles of WMDs were found. Investigations later showed that much of the intelligence used to justify the war was either flawed, exaggerated, or just straight up wrong. An entire war justified by something that didn't even exist. And at that moment, changed something. Not just geopolitically, but psychologically. It created a lasting doubt. Can we trust the reasoning behind these wars? And now we're watching another major conflict unfold. The US carried out major strikes on Iran. Key infrastructure and military assets have been targeted. Oil prices are rising globally and the region is becoming increasingly unstable. And just like before, the justification revolves around security threats, military capability and long-term danger. But critics are asking a familiar question. Are we being told the full picture? Because the language, the urgency and the framing feel very similar. Now, we're not saying this is identical to Iraq, but people are noticing the patterns. Before Iraq, strong claims about hidden threats, pressure for rapid action, public uncertainty and later loss of trust. Before Iran escalation, claims about nuclear capability, calls for preemptive action and intelligence presented as urgent, divided public opinion. Even analysts noticed that some of the rhetoric today echoes the same language used in 2003. The details change, but the structure often doesn't. But here's where we stay grounded. This is not Iraq 2.0. There are key differences. Iran is larger, more complex regional power, the current conflict isn't a full-scale occupation, and military strategy and technology has evolved, and global awareness is higher. Even experts stress that while comparisons exist, the situations are not identical. So the real question is this the same war? It's, why does this feel the same? And this is the core of everything. The Iraq War didn't just change the Middle East, it damaged trust. When a government justifies war with information that later turns out to be wrong, future claims are automatically questioned. Even if they're true, once trust is broken, every future decision is viewed through doubt. And that's what we're seeing now. Not just disagreement, but skepticism. And the real risk isn't just the war itself, it's repeating patterns without learning from them. History doesn't repeat perfectly, but it often rhymes. And when the stakes are this high, even small similarities feel significant. Because people remember the cost, the consequences, and the uncertainty. The fear isn't just about what's happening now, it's about what's happened before. And maybe this conflict is different. Maybe the intelligence is accurate. Maybe the outcome will be better. But when the story starts to sound familiar, people start asking questions. Because history doesn't need to repeat itself to make people uneasy.